Mellotron settling the groove.
Dialogue like velvet, see the wisdom as it moves. Thread and coming round through the tapestry of sound. Casual combo circulates the globe, every voice in view renowned. Balancing the ledger, counting feelings in the sense. Elevating indie dreams, spotlighting each sentence. Bridging worlds with empathy, fluent in the truth. Finance to family, to mental health pursuits. No echo chamber, just reflections in the glass. Connecting dots from present pains to futures built to last. Every episode is sight for unity in subtle blends. Coco's in the rhythm, universal in the end.
Having that casual convo so you don't have to have the tough combo.
Let's start the show.
The Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. And I jacked that whole thing up, but it's okay. I'm your host, Coco. And of course, we got everybody here today. We have next to me, the co-host, Baltimore's finest, the best artiste I know, the Jude.
Hey, Phoebe. How y'all doing?
And then we have below me, the mayor of Asheville, King Paul, Mr. More Than You Can See. I know you lying. You want me? You want me?
What's up, everybody? Good evening.
And next to Paul, we have, I forgot what he told me called the Troublemaker. We're going to say that. Mr. Quentin Moore, a.k.a. Semantic, the Iconoclast. Hello, everyone.
Oh Lord, here we go with this troublemaker label. I'm just a person that likes to stir up stuff. That's
Exactly.
Because I like to get people to think outside of what they know, outside of the bubble that they live in. Because that bubble can be popped at any time. And then when it gets popped, then what you going to do?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. The only thing about it that is, I look at it like, even with that, yes, get the message out there, people listen, but I like to go deeper with the people that can receive it, because everybody ain't ready for it. That's the downside to that part.
Not our problem. That is not our problem.
I'm gonna get a new bubble.
That part.
If my bubble busts.
Well, see, when you cast your net out into that ocean, you catch the fish that you're supposed to catch in that net.
That part.
You don't worry about the fish that ain't in the net.
That's right.
I agree.
Okay. So I'm with Q.
I agree.
Q.
No, Q would keep going and going. Especially I be looking at Q like, you wasting your time. They not trying to get it. But the ones who, you have some people who just may not know. And if they want it. So the thing is, you can give the nuggets, but you can't force feed people. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, give them the nuggets, let them think on and mull it over. Now, for the ones who are inquisitive, okay, yes, we can keep having a conversation, but I'm not going to beat a dead horse. That's just
well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can lead the horse to water, and you may force him to drink, but does it mean he's swallowing it? You understand? You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying?
Man, you must have been on the same page, because I'm like, oh, that was a good setup.
I dig it, Q. I'm gonna say, I dig it. I gotta use that part that way.
I'm gonna start saying it. Did he swallow it? Did he swallow it though?
Yeah. Can you dig it? You gotta add, can you dig it to it? Can you dig it, baby? Can you dig it?
You know what I learned though, man. Sometimes you be beating knowledge into not a dead horse but a brick wall. Like you be trying, and sometimes just put your graffiti on it and walk away, because sometimes it takes time for people to appreciate or understand the message. everybody don't always get them. And sometimes it gotta take from people. Sometimes people really gotta, we don't always agree with that motherfucker need to learn that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that person needs to learn their lesson.
Yeah.
But
Upside down.
sometimes it be those people who really need to learn their lesson. Like some people need to learn some lessons. Because think about it, you learn the right way of doing things by something happening, and it being like I can't afford to, or I don't want, or I don't need, or I didn't like for that to happen. You feel me? So
Right.
I mean, sometimes people's got learn. So sometimes Stella, keep feeding information and scribbling stuff with a marker, plant your graffiti on your wall, and keep moving.
That part. Before we go any further, though, because we do have a lot to discuss, let's get into the mental health check-in. I'll go first. And I will start off by saying happy Gemini season to all the Geminis, because I've been partying for everybody since my birthday. And don't pay no attention to the haters up here, because y'all can see them, but you see I'm shining bright and everything like that. I've been tipsy all week for my birthday, and I plan on continuing that. I had to tone it down a little bit for today to bring the show back. That's why we didn't do things. I had a couple of surprises last week. My kids definitely surprised me. That was amazing. My kids, my grandkids, they came over. They surprised me with songs. My best friend mom, my nephew came through, and it was just a good family thing. And then the next day, I had another friend of mine called me hey, da 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 da, let's hang out. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was every day I just had a surprise. So I enjoyed it. I needed it. It also helped me get some clarity and to think rationally. So what I will say for my mental health check-in, my mental health is great. I had to make a major decision, and I'm happy with my decision. I feel light. I'm stress-free. And I always say sometimes even when certain things are involved, your integrity, your morals, and everything, your principle is important. So just make sure everything in life is in alignment. So with that being said, my mental health is great. Who would like to go next?
I'll be the first man to go. My mental health is fine. My mental health is fine. Besides, I don't know. I'm in a good mood, but I don't even feel like complaining about my job to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm sick of my job. I'm not even sick of the job. I'm just sick of certain people at the job. And, whatever. But other than that, in life, life is cool. I don't really have nothing to complain about besides the same stuff that every other American is complaining about. I'm sick of going to the market and get 4 items for $1,000, and gas is high. I didn't have a car for a while. I wish I shouldn't have. Knock on wood. This wood. I'm thankful to have one, Lord. But understand this, the gas is too high. I'm ready pull my pedal bike out and ride that, because it's too expensive to go places there. And then everything is expensive and customer service is sucking. But other than that, it's the American way of living. I'm okay with my family's healthy. My family's, my niece just went to prom. I got another niece ready to graduate high school and on her way to college. Yeah, just life is great. I don't know. Yeah, that's my mental health. I can complain, but I don't feel like it. That makes sense. You dig, Paul? Who next? Who's
No doubt. My mental health is all right. You know what, Coco? I done some of my best thinking when I was intoxicated. It was just my actions that got me messed up. Yeah, I did some hell of a thinking when I was intoxicated.
Same.
My actions got me in all kinds of trouble. But yeah, my mental health is pretty good. I'm doing what I do. So long as I do that and draw attention to things, I'm all right. To my daughter, every day I'm surprised she ain't called me right. But that's all right. Family all right. I'm all right. Get ready to start a new chapter in my life tomorrow, boy. And I don't know. So it's gonna be interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good. Q on you, Q. I'm good.
I mean, I'm good. You know, got the little beard growing in. Everybody's like digging the salt and pepper look, and I'm like, yo, this thing is itchy as I don't know what. Yo, what? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not used to having this hair on my face. You know, I'm used to baby face.
Salt and pepper's here.
Yeah, you know, so they could be like, you know, and you know, Coco just told me go ahead and let it grow out because you know that's like a chick magnet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, let it grow, but football season's got to come off because you know I got to see my boys. You know, since we, you know, my mental health got even better watching the moves we were making. You know, today, who we signed today, and I'm gearing up for September, baby. Can you dig it? Can you really dig it?
I'm up and out of the league. Who y'all signed?
Man, we signed Braxton Berrios as the kick returner. We signed Juju Smith-Schuster, and we got OBJ back, baby. Can you dig it?
Oh, he's still playing?
Yeah.
And y'all got about 8 receivers, don't you? 9.
Yeah. Can you dig it though? But let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though. I know OBJ more than likely makes it. I don't know if Juju Smith-Schuster makes it. Braxton Berrios will probably make it. But you know, I'm just gonna wait. Everybody's all excited, and I'm like, hey, just calm down, people, calm down. You know, this is for training camp. They got to still do the cuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing guaranteed. And you know, and oh yeah, shout out to the New York Nick Nation.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
congratulations. Yeah.
Nick's tape, baby. Nick's tape. Can you dig it? Nick's tape. You know what I'm saying? Nick's tape.
Because y'all been taking out.
We about to blow the dough. Oh, it's off San Antonio.
That's the basketball team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what y'all won? Y'all won the playoffs?
Oh yeah, we in the finals, baby. Can you dig
Oh,
it?
y'all in the finals.
Yeah, can
You a
dig
Knicks
it,
fan, Coco?
Yeah.
I just know they in the
said we in the finals. Listen, Q, you ain't ever got to worry about me saying nothing about your basketball team because I don't even watch basketball. I'm genuinely concerned. Like, oh,
Look, I don't watch it like I used to.
Miami is my basketball team.
I don't watch it like I used to.
Basketball team. The Orioles my baseball team, of course. And y'all
so you finally like something Baltimore. You know what? I don't even want. You know, America in the world and everywhere else that's watching the Casual Convo, you know, my friend only like one Baltimore team. You know what?
I mean, check it out though.
When I started like in football. But anyway, on another good note, I'm asking my mental health check-in. Can y'all congratulate me? I've lost close to 40 pounds.
Cool. Congratulations.
I was really showing off for this birthday week. Well, it's still I'm celebrating for all the Geminis. Shout out to all the Geminis. But
your president, don't forget your president.
Anyway, so tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about data centers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And your president is a Gemini. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all. So he the same time as
y'all? So
that explains.
Our Geminis and these Geminis don't be the same.
No, you can't. Can't walk that back, baby. You can't walk that back.
Just a little misunderstood.
Gemini, y'all take the ultimate L. Because he a Gemini with yours.
He's ruining you guys' good name.
Not mine.
President.
We talking about him real quick?
I'm my own person.
We talking about him real quick?
That's your president.
We talking about him, right?
That's your president.
Did,
Oh,
did,
we
can you
about
hear
to
me?
talk about. We about to talk about.
Oh,
It,
did y'all?
he's in the timeline. We about to talk about him.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had time to look at none of that today, but I'm here.
Well, we thankful for you being here. Because we all been apart for a minute. For a
Okay.
minute.
All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about there's been this ongoing controversy and a hot topic of data centers. Like data centers are coming, they come into like all of our local communities. Even I know there's one coming close to where I live, all over the world. So we're going to discuss some pros and cons of having the data centers, how they will affect our communities. Because of course, here on Casual Convo, we always like to tie in topics to how it affects us and our communities to make us aware and what we can do to be better. So on the better side, which is going to be later in the show, I also tied into like growing, farming, like growing like your own fruits, veggies, and things like that. We're going to tie it all in. I'm going to do my best because y'all know with this panel, things can go left. But we're going to try to keep it afloat. So with that being said, I hope y'all can still see me. The first topic, we're just going to go into, we're going to discuss how data centers and how they will affect our communities. So it says the data centers are secure climate control facilities that house. Let me start that over. What are data centers? Data centers are secure climate control facilities that house network computers, servers, and storage drives. They act as a physical backbone of the digital world, used to safely store massive amounts of information, process complex computations, and deliver the applications and websites that we use every day. They are primarily used for cloud computing and storage, powering remote servers like AWS or Microsoft Azure that allow individuals, businesses to store data, host websites, and run software without needing local hardware. AI, of course, housing dense clusters of specialized processors, GPUs. I don't know what that is. We're going to get into that with Q. I guess he can explain that later. That are required to train and run machine learning models. Digital communication, like how we route our emails, text messages, video calls, and social media data across the globe. Entertainment and streaming, storing and distributing high definition video and audio for streaming platforms. Business operations, running enterprises softwares, inventory databases, financial transaction networks, and customer relations management, CRM systems. So I just want to get into that part. Like, what are your thoughts on the part that I just read on what they are and why they're putting them into it? We're not going to get into the downside yet, but as far as what I just read to you guys, what are your thoughts?
I'll start this off because I introduced that topic to you. So there's a lot of upsides and downsides to data centers, and me working in IT, I've worked in data centers, like smaller data centers. And when I was working with a managed services firm, everything was housed within the data center off site. Whereas some sites may have their data processing center on site, but more than likely it's going to be off site because it takes a lot of huge amount of space and a lot of processing power to deliver applications, to deliver things such as virtual machines, virtual interfaces, etc., etc. It's good, but it's also bad. But the good side is it allows you to get to your streaming. It allows you to access various things you wouldn't be able to access without them. I'm gonna leave that part at that before I get into the bad.
Well, let me ask you this, because even with reading that and how much is tied and stored in these data centers, and I know one part I'm gonna probably ask later. When it comes to like Wi-Fi access and all of your information being stored in these centers, is that something that we should be concerned with? Or why is it that all of this information needs to be stored in this center, this space?
Because it's about surveillance. That's the downside to it.
Don't go too deep.
Yeah, right. It's about surveillance. It's going to help you get access to your information, but your access to your information is not yours, so to speak. It's not yours. Once you share it with a data center, those in control of the data center also have access to your information.
Okay.
That's where you get a lot of. That's where you can get a lot of third parties. You know what I'm saying? Spam, because you know if you look at your email box, you got a spam filter, and all your spam email goes there. And you probably got like, hey, I'm selling testosterone pills for $100. You know, come take a look at what I got. That's spam. You also have the potential for a lot of hackers to, you know, go in and they take a look at your stuff. Oh, okay, I'm gonna target this person because this person is interested in this. So I can set up a fake website, direct them to that particular website, and then steal their information, steal their credit card information, steal their debit card information, bank account information.
Yeah, that's what I don't like is that part of how just reading what the purpose of it was to store like all of our nonverbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it says like your text message, when you say surveillance, it makes sense. Anything in your text messages, like videos, social media, anything, all of that is just going to be stored here. So it's like, I'm gonna just say it. I feel like our privacy, whatever privacy we allegedly have, we will not have. Pretty much,
Right.
We're open access to everything. Like nothing is going to be your personal information anymore.
Right. That's the whole purpose of the surveillance.
I don't know how you can say that there's any pros even with this at all. These data centers. I was watching the news before we got on here earlier, and they're talking about a data center that was 9 football fields long.
Mm-hmm.
9 football fields long. That's a whole lot of information on people. All that building. That's a whole lot of information on people. And these people cannot protect the information they got now from hackers. Every time something shut down, it's because somebody done hacked something. They can't protect nobody now. So I'm saying you want to put everybody's information here in all one of these super storage facilities and all this stuff, and just keep building and building them. It's like some Skylab shit. Oh, excuse my language, but some Skylab stuff from the Terminator. Because you got the people over there in China and all that place with them little AI robots, building them little things, wanting to throw them all over the place. And you got these people over here. God bless their poor little hearts. You got these people over here that want to get all your information. They want to put everything at their fingertips so they can follow you around. Surveillance. Q said it, survey you. And that's what we was fighting against up here at the city council not too long ago. And they shut down everybody from talking and went on and passed the vote to bring them doggone CCTV cameras up all in here.
Mm-hmm.
Saying they're supposedly going to help them solve crimes and all that stuff. They ain't going to recognize no faces. What if you got some stuff for that you can't recognize faces? This closed circuit television cameras and stuff. You can't recognize nobody's face. What good is that stuff going to do? You going to go by somebody's toes? What? I mean, stop lying. And then
I personally think it's something. I think there's a lot that's said that's not being said. And I think we're instantly going to that. But I also think it says a lot of the state of where the world is going to. And when it comes to like digital, like I mentioned, like robots and things like that, we've been talking about this up here for like well over a year of how the world is moving into this more robotic form of communication of how we're living. It's just that now we're witnessing it happen in real time. So when I look at the data centers, I look at that, I'm like, okay, we can go into like the Jetsons type type stuff. Because when we talk about
Oh,
everything is control, just imagine these things can shut your stuff down instantaneously. Like there's a bigger picture and there's more to say of what this country is going to or what's happening in this country that they're not really speaking on. Whereas though we need something that's massive because it's not like one or two. They're putting them all over.
Yeah, it's going to destroy the country. The infrastructure of the country is already in shambles. And then what they're going to do is one, poison our water, destroy the land, tear down all the trees, and it's going to destroy America. It's unhealthy. Everything that they get ready to do is get ready to be unhealthy. Don't you know all them shows, the movies, Aaron Brockovich, especially like look at Aaron Brockovich, when they poisoned the water and all this stuff, like it's gonna be like back in the mining days. There's nothing good that's gonna come out of this for everybody. Now I saw a lady, a blogger, say she said, yeah, it's going to affect the world, but it's going to affect us here in the country, because they're putting the data centers in the country. Like I know for sure here in Baltimore, they are protesting against one being put in the city. So when we talking about like the world, yeah, I once again, y'all heard me say, yeah, we all worrying about what's going on in the world, but a lot of stuff happened real close to home. Ask yourself how many urban areas is this stuff happening in? Because it ain't even happening in the urban area here. It's happening in a decent community. But think about how many urban areas this probably happening in as well. You feel me? This is happening in like the heart of the city here. Like one of the parts of the city here. So pay attention to like where you live and where this can affect, your water, your land, your vegetables, your soil, your electricity.
Hold on. No, because we weren't there yet. So let me just read it off because you're going into it. I was trying to get into it. No, it's coming up. So guys,
they trying to kill us.
let's discuss the downside to having data centers in the communities. Are you guys ready? So the number one, extreme energy demand and cost. Grid strain. Data centers consume vast amounts of electricity, often matching the draw of small cities to power servers and cooling systems, sometimes forcing local utility companies to build new natural gas power plants to keep up with the load. Higher utility bills, which we are already experiencing, but that's going to go up even more. In many areas, everyday residential and commercial customers end up paying more for electricity because rate structures fail to account for data center driven load growth, and utilities pass the cost of new transmission lines onto general public. Number two, massive water consumption. Cooling operations, facilities rely on millions of gallons of water every single day for the evaporative cooling and preventive, oh my gosh, cooling to prevent servers from overheating. Then also this heavy draw can severely strain local water tables, prompting concern over water insecurity and availability, especially in drought-prone and arid regions. Number three, environmental and health hazards. Air pollution. In areas where data centers rely heavily on traditional power grids or operate on-site gas and diesel why can't I talk? I must be still drunk. And diesel generators for operations and emergency backups, they can become significant sources of greenhouse gases and harmful nitrogen oxide. Also, the rapid pace of technology advancement means servers and hardware are frequently replaced, compounding issues with electronic waste, e-waste disposal. Number four, community and land use disputes, noise and light pollution. Large HVAC units, rooftop cooling systems, and diesel backup generators emit constant loud hums up to 85 to 100 decibels. And hyperscale facilities require all night lighting, both of which can degrade the quality of life for nearby residents. Land consumption. Massive warehouse-style server farms can accelerate the loss of open space and productive farmland, drawing local backlash and increasing regulatory pushback. And number 5, low local economic return. Few permanent jobs. While the construction phase of the data center brings thousands of temporary jobs, once completed, these facilities require relatively few permanent on-site employees to maintain operations. And also, developers frequently negotiate hefty tax breaks and discounted utility rates to build in a specific county, meaning local municipalities.
Municipalities.
I got it right.
Municipalities.
Yeah, that's what I said. Municipalities may not see the long-term financial payoff they initially expected. I got it right, Q. Don't put at least say thank you for getting it right this time. But yes, okay, now continue, Jude. I just wanted to go since we were merging the two because that's exactly what you were talking about, the downside. But I'm definitely still tipsy. Oh, sure.
You know, China put their data centers in the middle of the water and put wind chimes around it, like using the water and the wind chimes, using the wind chimes for electricity, and the windmill thingies, and the ocean water for the cool data center. You know, they always thinking about, you know, the smarter way to do things with them creating technology, you know. And America's supposed to be the greatest. And the first thing
Those are your Asian cousins, though. Those are your Asian cousins, right?
They are, you know. Listen, I'm gonna brag about my people always because they know how to do it right. Because over here in the West, as they call us, you already know, over here in the West, as they call us, first thing they think about is poison the people. Because the first thing they're gonna do is poison us. When you put it in the neighborhoods with the people, and it consumes so much water and the electricity and just the crap, man, everything. First of all, you know how many trees they gotta tear down to do that,
Yeah,
and the space, and then you put in a place like that where people live.
Mm-hmm.
Like around where people live, you already know it's not healthy. The science show it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no reason for us to sit. You know, go ahead, Q. Go ahead. It's disgusting, man.
Yeah, it is disgusting because, you know, if people don't know, you know, for right now I drive Lyft. I do Lyft. Usually Tuesdays through Saturdays and sometimes Sundays, and I'm all over Atlanta. Whether it be in the hood, whether it be in the suburbs, whether it be in the elite rich area, bourgeoisie area. And when I went into the hood to go pick people up, right, I'm seeing signs in the grass saying no data centers. And I'm like, they're getting it. They're understanding it, because I don't mind having streaming, you know, the luxuries that we have right now with the streaming and, you know, the instant access to resources for the internet. But I'm against destroying the environment to get to the end goal. I'm against that, because being that data centers take up a huge amount of electricity, that's part of the reason why the electric bills have been skyrocketing, because I noticed my electric bill jumped up to $225. I was like, I don't use $225 worth of electricity. What the hell's going on here? Huh? Yeah, well, in my apartment, it's $220. It used to be like $75, $80.
Damn.
And it jumped up to $225. And I was like, okay, maybe because because instead of turning on the heat in the winter, I usually open up the oven. It's an apartment. You know what I'm saying? I let the heat run, and then I close the oven door at night when it was cold. And now it's gotten warmer. You know, I try not to run the air as much. I have a fan. I have several fans or whatever. and it's still $225. Like, what the hell is going on with my power bill? Why is my power bill still $225? And I've used less electricity. It makes no sense to me, right? So then I started researching. I'm like, maybe, and I'm not, J-Bear, yeah, he says it's the fridge. J-Bear says it's the fridge. I'm not unplugging the fridge because that's stupid. You unplug
It's the fridge. The fridge been plugged up since the 90s.
You have to keep the fridge on, because if you unplug your fridge, you eat if you want to go ahead and eat melted food and then refrozen food, you go right on ahead and do that and end up in that hospital. Okay, you go right on ahead and do that. I'm not about that life. But
the fridge.
Yeah.
It's really the turning on and turning off, though. That's what they don't tell you. So certain things, like everybody know your fridge is going to run, but when they say when you keep turning on and off lights and keep, that's why they say keep it like one controlled temperature and all of that stuff. Because the more that you turn stuff off and on, up and down, it triggers your bill to increase and incline. But can I add something real quick before you? Something that was said when it comes to, like, I know you mentioned like the environment and everything when it comes to like the data centers. What really captivated me to like be like, oh, this ain't good, is when they talk about the quality of life and how much it drains from our resources and our environments. And I agree with you where they're putting them, like in like cities. But if you want to say it consumes so much of a city and you want to put it in these cities, most of the cities are urbanized.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, and then how much water and everything that it consumes, we're already, for us, in our economy, messed up. So you're going to put these centers in these areas where people are already struggling for food, water, paying their bills, paying rent. You're going to put something else that's going to increase that and put people in more debt or in more financial hardship. And then on top of that, the quality of life. If it's draining so much of the resources and it's going to pretty much destroy or tarnish the quality of life that we have, that's extremely concerning. But I know y'all always say I say this. The Book of Enoch said this was going to happen. It has said that the technology and the robots and everything was going to be what destroys this realm of the earth.
Girl, iRobot said that. Well, when they released the movie, iRobot said they was going to take.
But you know what though?
Wait a minute. What was it? Endgame when what was that AI that took over Jarvis? AI took over Jarvis. You feel me?
Yeah, but you know what though? You know what? What's going to happen when all this comes to fruition? Since the AI, since AI is the greatest, the big thing nowadays, and blah 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 blah. And the data centers, they take up a lot of coolant, because you have to cool those servers. I know, because I've been in server rooms that they are extremely hot, and they run because you constantly run them, and they constantly run hot. If you don't have a cooling mechanism in you, it's burning them out. You risk a fire, an electrical fire, et cetera, et cetera.
Is that why California could possibly do they have them in California? Because California,
yeah, they got them in California,
and they always blaming everything else but the day.
But see, but California doesn't get any rain.
Oh,
they hardly get any rain.
It don't. They did say it never rains in Southern California. That was the song, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the song. But
what about another thing? Because when they said like everything that we do online, anything that you do, whether it's in your personal life, your professional life, is going to be stored in these data centers, right? Yeah. Again, all your privacy is gone. Can you imagine that data breach?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's already happening.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a thing that
or all your DMs getting leaked.
Yeah, it's already happening. It's already happening.
I'm about to say the same thing, Q. If you think that that most of our stuff, most of if not all our stuff is already stored. I don't mean no harm. They just trying to find a way to tell the now let us know that they're going to build more that we going to now be able to see, because I'm pretty sure they already been building them underground somewhere. But hear me out, because there's no way that you can think something. It's weird. Like, I'm not the only person that think. I don't even got to say it in my mouth. I can think it. And it pop up on everything now. Or if you even mention something, it pop up. The data center is more than just, you know, they learn how to recognize our voice from everything we do outside. It's picking up on. That's what them CCTVs is for. The pickup on. They don't work to solve no crime here in America and certain other places, you know, but they are used to pick up our ways, the way we move, our routines, the way we talk, you know, our habits, just things like that. And it's mimicking and it's using, collecting all that data, and it's storing that kind of thing. That's what they've been storing for real. And on top of that, these phones that we have, the internet, it's so much. And they've been telling us you can't really erase it. You can't really erase it. Like, you gotta be like a master hacker to erase like all your stuff. Everybody think they is like the greatest, but you know, I know. I mean,
that's because if you think about it, right? And I've been saying this about that whole data center fiasco. What they're trying to create is famine, because the way you achieve famine, you start with water, right? That's the key element to everything. You start with water. Famine.
What is
where you starve out people. Famine. 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 Same thing that you see over in Africa, East Africa, West Africa, Ethiopia, where you see, like, you know, you see the little skinny kid, you see his ribs, you see the flies, you know, crawling around his eyeballs, you know, and salad struggles. You could donate $1 a day, if you know, that's less than the price of a cup of coffee to save this kid, this poor kid. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Now I didn't mean to use that example, but you know, or be funny with that example, but this is a real thing that's happening. If they're gonna use all the water, right? First they're gonna go through the streams, the lakes, whatever, to get access to the water, to cool off the data centers. Everybody say, well, why don't we go for the oceans? Okay, you can't use ocean water to cool off a data center. You have to desalinate the water, because salt and electronics don't get along. Salt crystals destroy the electronics. They destroy the components in electronics. So you have to desalinate the water. So I'm like, all right, if they decide to use the oceans and the oceans dry up, then what? Then what?
Our water bill is about to be.
Then they can use space, because space is water.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all something that's mighty strange since you're on this topic. But see, now they get ready to shut down the prison, Craggy Correctional Facility. Dang, right down the road here. It's a whole lot of space right close to the river. A whole lot of land down through there where the prison's at. Now, I just tell somebody, these idiots, cause it's Buncombe County property. These idiots will mess around and sell that property to them people bringing them damn data centers in that area down there, because it's basically rural as heck. Other than the prison down there, you might have a few trailers. I think you got a couple of care homes up through there too. A couple of miles up from the prison down through there. But I'm saying that's a whole lot of space back in there by that prison by the river. You got your water, you got your space. You might not be able to put one of them super duper joints down through there, but you still can put a nice size joint down through there. because there's really nobody down there that's gonna be hearing anything. The whines of the machines all night long. None of that. The fans, none of that. So I'm telling people to keep their eyes on that because it's gonna pop off. These motherfuckers in need for money because how in the hell y'all you're buying property, but y'all say y'all ain't got no money, but you're raising taxes on people. It ain't adding up. I mean, they're gonna try to make money off it.
Yeah, that's how they doing it. That's how they gonna get the money is raising the taxes. And that it's a damn shame that they doing this because they pricing people out of everything.
Yeah,
And
they raising the taxes. We got to pay the energy costs on top of the tax, and on top of energy costs and tax, we also going to have to pay an increase in water bill, which that's some increase in water bill. And then when you have everything else that's draining, and then if you're close to it, because I think they're trying to put one close to where I live. If you're close to it, then your peace is going to be interrupted with noise and things like that. All of those things really affect the human body. It's stressful.
People's light bills around here have jumped 200%. Somebody that might owe $300 on their light bill owe $1,200 or $1,300 on their light bill. What in the hell? They probably got some underground data center somewhere nearby because it's got to be siphoning out them. It's got to be siphoning out them people's electricity. It's got to be for their bills to jump like that. And then the electricity through Duke Power, and they crooks anyway. Forgive me for saying, but it's the truth. Y'all know y'all crooks. Duke Power.
I mean, even if it's underground or above ground, the fact in order to build these data centers is still going to take a lot of like resources and electricity and things like that. So whether it's before, while they're in the process of building or constructing, and then after, we are still paying for it. And which goes back to what you said, when you're putting these data centers in like cities like for instance Baltimore City. The citizens of the residents of Baltimore City already complaining about excessive BGE. Their BGEs high as hell. Then you want to add this and put it in, which these centers are going to drain more resources from the city when we're already scarce in resources already. When people trying to feed their kids and do all of these things, it's not like it's like land like that in the city already. It's so much already shut down, so much that's already abandoned, so much road and so much hardship. And you're going to put more hardship on top of that, and you're going to put something in the city that's going to pretty much exhaust whatever is left. That's crazy.
Yeah, because you got to realize what's
they
happening.
They ain't talk about the city.
No, I know
they trying to like. No, wait. Because I'm saying like they're going to destroy. Not only are they going to destroy like city, they're going to destroy like the last American wonders that we have, because they're trying to put it in places like Utah and out in what we call places we consider world wonders, like natural landscape.
South Dakota.
South Dakota. But the it was a picture that they were showing of where they wanted to put it in Utah. And I was looking like, it is so beautiful. It is beautiful right there. Like it's away from people. But why would you want to destroy that natural piece of land?
I'll tell you why. I will tell you why that is. Okay. Remember that article I just posted, I think last night, on the Messenger about Peter Thiel? Okay.
Peter Thiel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember it, but I did look at it when what I was going
what I have been alluding to about him. I've done research on that guy. That guy's an evil man. He's up there with Bill Gates. He's very evil. And I don't care if I don't care if he's tuning into the podcast. I will call you to your face. That's the type of dude I am. You want to confront me about it? Meet me outside. Catch me outside. Okay. He's evil because this is what he sold the United States on. All right. He sold the United States on the idea, hey, I'm going to sell you on the idea that you can surveil everybody. It's mass surveillance, right? It's the same thing like what how over in Europe they have the CCTVs, especially in London. They have them everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You don't really hear. You hear about crime over there, but it ain't that. It ain't like the crime over here, right? Whenever you have a lot of people because it's behavior modification, basically. That's what it is. That's what they're trying to do is behavior modification. With Peter Thiel, he sold America on the idea of surveillance. Now he realizes what happened to this country. He's realizing what happened to this country. He's trying to go to Argentina. Okay, now quiz time. For those who know about World War II, okay, and I know Bosco knows this. I know this. Several people that I know this. Whenever the Nazis that did not get executed, they when they realized that the war was lost, where did they flee to? They fled to Argentina. There was a movie years ago called The Boys from Brazil that talked about this. It came out, I think that movie came out like 1978, something like that. Because I saw it a long time ago, and I didn't catch it. I didn't get it back then, but now I understand it. It talks about how certain Nazis, they had an escape plan to evade capture from what they were doing in Germany, destroying Germany. They fled to Argentina, right? Josef Mengele, the butcher of Auschwitz, the guy that conducted wicked experiments, especially on twins. You know what I'm saying? Fled to Argentina. And he died there in Argentina, untouched, unscathed. He was never prosecuted because they don't have an extradition. I don't think they have an extradition treaty. So Peter Thiel is looking at, land, getting out of the United States area and going into Argentina or wherever, because he's already, I know he and Elon Musk and all these ultra billionaires, that's where they want to go when this thing collapses, when America collapses, and it will collapse. It's coming. I've warned people, America is about to collapse. They're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's about to collapse. Because, first of all, people are tired of, being starved out.
It's going to collapse because Donald Trump stole all the money.
No. This is long coming. This was long coming before Donald Trump. Trump,
I get it, but right now
he's just accelerating it. He's accelerating. Now, right, he's accelerating it. He's accelerating it. But he's just a puppet in the grand scheme of things. He's a puppet.
Puppet.
He's a puppet. Because Peter Thiel controls him.
Yeah, I know.
Puppet.
Israel controls Trump too. And what it is, they're trying to create what I think I mentioned it last show, a kingdom and a serf class. There's no middle class between those two. If you go back and read medieval history, the serfs worked the land. They got really nothing. The kings ate fat off the serfs' back. It's basically
they're trying to eliminate the middle class.
Right, they want to eliminate the middle class. That's what they're trying to do.
Good thing the judges are starting to wake up and have some balls there, because they thought they'd shut down Teflon Donnie on a whole lot of things he wants to do. That's one of the reasons he probably canceled that doggone birthday bash celebration 250. Other than the people canceling on him, they don't want to show up and support him. But
That could be able to stop it because it's already in motion. Whoever come after him is just going to pick up the pieces and do it because what they want already is already in the making. It's been in process since way before when we was young. They always been wanting to do away with it, but even when he comes out, because he is so much other stuff that's going on. But I've even seen like different like articles, and it's actually being talked about. Even though I know a lot of people don't like the news. The news is actually covering how they're trying to eliminate middle class and certain different financial classes of people, and with how the structure is changing. So sometimes, even though it's not as blatant, but it's really in our face of what's going on and how the structure of not only our economy and our society is just changing and it's shifting, but the shift is happening more rapidly where some people are ignoring it and some people are trying to prepare for it. But the people that's ignoring it, they're going to wake up one day and everything is going to be just different.
Yeah,
Q.
I mean, waking up every day and everything is different. They were showing like over the years, like how that one guy, what's his name? What's the guy name y'all was talking about?
Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel, right? They were showing how he didn't work with everybody to get up to the point Donald Trump was the person he needed to start this phase of everything, and the move on to get Vance and then next to finish it. But him moving and packing his family up and leaving, that was supposed to be part of the plan too. Because all of them and all the criminals, crooks, do the same thing. None of them live in the United States. They all leave the country. They just come here and do their dirty work.
But also to piggyback off of what you just said, when it comes down to, okay, everybody keeps saying they want Trump out of office. I get it. I understand. But Vance is going to be, like you said, Vance is going to be the person that's going to be up in the forefront. And if you notice lately, before, you have not seen Vance speak as much as he's do. You haven't really seen him do like the briefings the way that he's been doing. He's been doing a lot of lead positioning and speaking than he's ever done since this entire time. It was like he was in the background playing quiet. You hardly heard from him. You saw him, but now you're hearing from him. You're hearing from him more than you're hearing from Trump now. Yeah. So everything is already in rotation. So that was a good key point that you mentioned as far as like with Vance. He's definitely going to be the next, and they're putting him in a position, which i.e. is why they're trying to control the vote. You're seeing so much going on as far as like with the upcoming elections, because they already know who they want. But I guess what Q and Paul talked about, I don't think they were banking on our vote for us to fight the way that we're fighting, because we haven't done that.
Right.
In a long
time, they weren't counting on it. They were not counting on it.
Right. They weren't counting on us to put up the fight that we're putting up, and for us to be as knowledgeable and as educated and to know the right way to go about doing it. Because what I do appreciate is that how our communities are going about having our voices heard. It's not chaotic.
No, it's
very structured. It's very, you're going to hear me, you're going to do this. So that's what they're trying to get around now. So the only thing they can do is change policies, change different things, or try to put other motions in place. But they're still going to move forward with the plan. But I don't think that they were banking on our population of people to be the way that we are now.
No, they like a lot of us, like the people I pick up, some of us that I pick up, some of our people that I pick up when I go down to the southwest side of Atlanta, where Clark and Spelman and Morehouse are. They're astute to what's going on. They know what's going on, not to the extent that I do, but they understand what's at play, and they really want this administration up out of here, because they see the damage that's being done. They see that the only way we're going to get through this is we stay unified in this venture, not divided as we have been in the past. we can have our moments where we love pop culture. You know that me, I don't really care for pop culture. I don't care about what's going on. I don't care about Rihanna having a baby. I don't care about Drake
Not talk
dropping.
about Rihanna. Do not talk about Rihanna.
Well, I'm sorry, I gotta talk about it. I don't care about her because she ain't putting no money in my pocket. I don't care about I don't what I call it, Paul? What I call it? There you go. There you go. I don't care about Drake dropping how the 8 albums and all of that. I don't care about that stuff because it means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Because the entertainment venture is meant to distract you from what's going on in the real world. Okay. It's meant to take your mind off of what's really going on and wanting you to make an impact in the real world. Okay. That's why when I drive around, I'm talking to like young guys. They're like, yeah, man, I don't like this administration. What can we do? And I sit there and explain it to them. And they understand that they don't understand the concept of the whole data center thing as of yet, but I explained it to them and they be like, yeah, I don't want that stuff coming in our neighborhoods because it's going to cause a lot of disruption. It's going to, a lot of environmental disruption, a lot of, just societal disruption within that ecosystem. And I'm letting them know, yeah, this is what's happening. You better keep your head on the swivel and try to figure out, what to do next because it's real out here. It's very real. I don't mind, being in the IT field, but if it costs human lives and it's going to cause, famine. Because without water, you can't grow crops. You can't grow trees. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to tell people. Like, since these data centers take up, huge amounts of water, I'm like, that means when the water runs out, then what?
We are screwed.
Yeah.
We are screwed. It ain't but so much.
Really taking dirt baths. But back to what you said for 1 second there, Coco.
In a frenzy.
It was Laurence Olivier that played the doctor in The Boys from Brazil, doing experiments on the boys and stuff. But yeah, that was a heck of a movie. Damn shit. Popping. Oh, that was the stick. Okay. I'm going to say there's Ghost in the Machine. I better watch out. I got some sage somewhere. Oh, there I go. But nah, still, yeah. People don't realize them data centers, man, having all your... These people got your information already, man. They just want to get more of it.
Yep.
They're getting it already. They just want to get more. That's all it's about. The more they have, then the more powerful they'll be when they clone you.
They know everything about you already.
Your phone tells them everything.
Yep.
Smartphone. Smartphone. It's too smart.
That's why.
No, I think even before this whole technology thing came out, when you first get your social security number, they can track everything that you do. So everything that's like issued or everything that's just done, you've been tracked since that's what your social, and they just can track everything that you do. But real quick, back to this water thing. So once all the water, and that was what I wanted to touch on. It's going to send communities in an uproar.
Yep.
You're going to see people, violence, everything is going to go up. Crime is going to go up. Looting is going to go up. Everything is going to go up. So think about it. All of your resources are being drained for what? So that you can compute and they can store everything so they can build a better robot or better AI. Better this and the third. It ain't say your stuff is going to run break. It ain't say you ain't going to lag no more. You ain't going to go through all this stuff. But for something to consume a water supply, and you already said it consumes as much of a small city or major city, whatever it is. Just think about it. And they didn't think about it. And they already done got us into think, saying, okay, bottled water is the way to go. Ain't gonna be no more water to bottle.
That part.
Body
And the bottled water anyway is the same thing as the tap water that you get out of the sink. They just they charge you for it. And I'm like, and I be looking at these people and I drink this bottled water that comes from France. I'm like, that's the same water that came out of the toilet. What the blood clot you talking about?
That one got salmonella in it. They trying to tell us
it's just refined toilet water. Just a refined toilet water. What y'all talk about? What the blood clot you talk about?
What's that country where they can't drink their water because their water's so polluted?
No, you talking about where Clarissa Shields from?
Detroit.
No, I said country, not city. It's a country.
No, but it's still a city. Flint
will be a country.
is still in a water crisis. They just don't talk about it like that. Flint, Michigan is there are still like several churches and community organizations that still donate. Matter of fact, one of them support the show. They just was there like 2 months ago. They go and they take truckloads of like bottled water, different like things, because people, they still can't drink the water. It's just not being spoken on the way that it was. So at least they still having a water crisis here, but
that water probably expensive.
I wanna tie this into maybe some things that we could do, but now I'm thinking, should I have even brought that up and put it into the timeline? Because I was thinking, because what I do notice, and even a lot of my friendship circles and people I know, even down to my children, are getting more into like gardening, farming. They want to grow flowers and herbs and all of these things. So I was going to say maybe a backup, because food is high, all of these things are high, and everything is getting recalled. And so even now with these data centers draining everything, well, I guess I put it out there because it's on the sheet. Do y'all think it would be I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Do y'all think we should prioritize learning how to grow and like that? Yeah, I mean, some people that have farm ain't got no damn farmland. Not you ain't gotta have farmland, but you can get some soil. Yeah. But then, like, if they taking all the damn water, how we gonna get?
I mean, they're all black farmers. They're all black farmers.
Like, no, I know
they used to in high school. Remember in high school. Like I remember in high school, they used to have certain classes, right? Like shop class, horticultural class. Huh?
Home economics.
Yeah, home economics, horticultural classes for those who want to learn how to grow things. And those things went away because they like, well, we're trying to push everybody to go to college. Okay, not everybody is built for college, as we know, because college nowadays is more or less indoctrination centers. Because they got some chick came out with a degree in art, and I was like, well, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? Work in the museum? No, I'm going to be a painter. You don't need a degree to be a painter.
You don't. You can be a historian, though. You can collect.
Right.
You need a degree to collect certain levels of art.
Yeah. I realize that.
It's a big business in art. That's why some people take it up. It's a big business.
To be a historian, man. Yeah. Listen. You know the amazing thing about art, right? Let me get on camera because you brought up, about her having an art major.
Mm-hmm.
One, just having the general this art degree can get you just places. Get you places, especially when it comes to dealing with history and preserving historical facts, like artifacts,
yeah,
because they want you to have some kind of knowledge about what and it gets deeper the more, because you got to study certain styles of art and things like that. You can also teach it, but art is And to be an artist, art is how you really tell your history. They can do all this data center and all this stuff, but if the computers shall decide not to tell it, they're going to go into the vault of all the past history of somebody that has been documenting our lifetime, and all the history through pictures and words and things, like how they found the Bible and other, the writings in the caves and things like that. Those things are for real. Like, those things last. And artists, sometimes they don't even get recognized until like decades later.
But can I
Could be
clarify?
their ancestors did,
An art degree does not just mean that you study art. They get into things like industrial design, architecture.
Yeah, we talking about art, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. I'm just want to just say it's a wide scope. So to say that it's not, it's very beneficial because they learn and they become more well versed in certain things. So there's so many different avenues that people go into when they do major in art. They usually go into that because people look for that, and then they learn different fundamentals, whether it's digital, even if you can draw it out yourself and to be able to transfer it and do different things. It's a whole bunch of different lanes that art can take you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having that degree. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with having that degree, but what I'm saying is, like, colleges have become indoctrination centers, right? When I graduated college in 1994, I was in communications. I graduated from, Georgia Southern, but I went to Clark Atlanta and Morris Brown before I transferred to Georgia Southern and did my year and a half and got up out of there. Got my degree, got my bachelor's. I worked in TV for a year. No, I'm sorry. I worked in radio for a year, and I hated it because it's so political. And I worked for an urban station in Charlotte. Bosco knows what, me and Bosco, we had that discussion. We worked at the same radio station at different time periods. And program director says, we play the most of hip hop. And I'm looking at him like, hold up, player, you don't play hip hop, you play rap. He was like, what do you mean? You playing rap. You don't know what hip hop is. I grew up in the culture. I know what hip hop is.
Yes, he's a New Yorker.
Right. He was from New York too. He's from Harlem.
I think you forgot why you had mentioned that though.
Huh?
I said, I think you had forgot originally why you was going down that line.
Right. Right.
We were talking about like farming, growing, and growing. And then by the time we got to the radio,
but it was more or less the politics of it, right? I don't like politics in whatever.
That was my fault.
Because when I go to work, I just want to go to work, I want to do my job and get the hell out of there. I'm not trying to sit there and politic with the boss and kiss the boss's ass or have drinks with the boss and, let's discuss policy and this, that. No, I just want to do my job and get out of there because I'm not trying to be anybody's friend up in there. I'm not trying to canoodle. I'm not trying to be stuck up either, but I'm not that type of person that's gonna sit there and be like, oh, we're gonna have a few drinks after work and we're gonna sit there hi kiki. No, I'm not there for that. I'm not there for the political games. I'm not there for the trying to jockey for positions that I may be promised but may or may not come through. I just want to do my job and get out of there and let my work speak for itself.
Can I say something that they go to the farming? I want to say something to the farming. Look, all right, listen, for real. Because listen, I all right. My thing about the farming is I agree with you with the farming that people do, just not me because I'm scared of bugs. But I do know a lot of more people. I'm starting to see the homesteading pages and I'm my mother-in-law do the canning. I'm gonna get over there and really stop bluffing and learn how to can. I got the equipment in here. I'm just scared I'm gonna blow the kitchen up because I am so I'm so clumsy, y'all, when it comes to doing stuff. But once they showed me that, like, you could like really blow your kitchen up, like blow your whole stove up with that pot, man, I ain't gonna lie, I instantly got scared. I'm, I'm a thug with some things. I'm not a thug with blowing things up, But yeah, I see a lot of people growing stuff. If I can find a way to grow things, I'm practicing with my plants right now, like trying to keep plants alive, and learning how to see what kind of plants don't keep too many bugs. Stuff. I got a thing with bugs. I'm a whole girl when it comes to that. I'm just learning how to kill spiders because me and my girlfriend scared of spiders, and she absolutely will not kill a spider. But I seen a video. I was thinking about gardening, and I wanted to do the pot, but then I watched this video of after like the 2 day of rain, and oh my god, the amount of bugs and worms that was out there. And I know that's all healthy and all that, but it would have just freaked me out. So all my friends that do that, I buy the seeds, and I'm just like me, come and get some.
You ain't trying to be no farmer then. You ain't trying to be no farmer then.
I didn't say I was. I didn't say I was. And I don't want to hurt no animals. I will have like get the chicken stuff and collect the eggs and all that, but I ain't gonna kill the chicken. I definitely ain't gonna kill the chicken or nothing like that.
Worms catch fish. Get the worms. But yeah, as a kid.
Oh, I know how to fish. I do know how to fish.
Yeah, I'm saying get them worms. You're talking about the worms, but yeah, get those. But yeah, as a kid though, growing up from about 68 to 70, and then back in 72, my grandparents had a nice little sized garden where they grew stuff outside our house out in West Asheville. Now we are on Burton Street out through there, which is basically was a black community. So now they got the greens growing, they got tomatoes, you got peas. Yeah, I had a couple of things of corn going out through there. And I know my granddad used to go out there, and back then I think that was a live powder, some stuff they was kind of using, whatever it was, some kind of stuff like that to keep the bugs away from eating up your stuff. Right? But I remember being around farming. And see, this wasn't even in the country. My dad's people are from the country, and that's what they do out there, farming. So farming is something I grew up with. And I'm not a stranger to it. I just don't do it because I'm in the middle of this concrete jungle. But yeah, it's something that, everybody should be able to know how to grow something. You got to become self-reliant where you can provide your own self with something to eat.
Oh, Paul, I know how to grow. Listen, they sent me on a trip. Man, they sent me on a trip in the 4th grade through, like, just tore my whole life up, man. I'm just saying, they had me milk the cow. They told that we picked the eggs that we was gonna eat, and I just felt so bad. Like, we were eating the baby chickens. Like, it just tore my life up. Like at that time, we spent a week at this farm learning how to do, like, live, like, off the grid. And that was cool because I even, my mom used to take us camping and stuff here and there. We used to do stuff like that, but I just never was one to be like, I never was in the survival mode. I'm for sure not going to survive that long, but I'm definitely not going out without a fight. I know how to start a fire, I know how to chop wood, I know how to dress a wound and all that, and things. I did study some medical things. I know how to survive, but when it comes to like, y'all eat liver?
No.
Y'all eat liver, y'all eat a body.
I mentioned it because one with the cost of food, with it being high, and two, with everything being recalled and everything being cloned and remade. I just wanted to put out there, I think it would be beneficial if communities, if everybody grew something. Because I even saw on Amazon, they have these things where you can grow like herbs and all, like if you don't have to be outside. I can't think of the name of it specifically, but they have one for like different herbs and spices. They have some for different fruits. Like my aunt,
you have those.
She has she grows like tomatoes and stuff in her yard. Like I agree with that. So like I said, I noticed like what my daughter, she's like getting into different things, like different plants, different things, and she's starting to grow her vegetables. But I think like for us to educate ourselves. So just imagine if we could do that as a community. And when we talk about like the data centers and the things that they're taking away from the community, and then with everything getting ready to be even higher than what it is already financially, if we were to grow our own things and see, and we know, then that way we know what we putting in our body, it came from us. But if a whole community could get together, like let's say I might say I got cucumbers or something like that, you like I got the tomatoes, somebody else you get what I'm saying, and then we that, and it could be you know, it could be a thing. And I think
community garden.
Yeah, I think we should start. I really think we should start thinking, you know, in those ways of how we could be better ways, or take some of the pressure off, because I think that's the conversation that people don't have. We talk about the hardships and the anger part of it, but then there also is the awareness part of what things can be put in place to kind of ease some of that.
We could put it in place, but the question is, are we willing to go forward and do it? Right?
Yes.
It's
that happened.
I'll tell you why. Because think about it, and I even see it now. More people are getting into pottery and plants. Why? Mm-hmm. Because they see it on TikTok, or it became a trend. So just imagine if, let's say, Jude started documenting her growing, let's say, rosemary or something like that, you know, different herbs, and then she cooking with it, and then you might see somebody else say, and this is all I had to do, and it's not expensive, you can go get these little pack of seeds and you do this, and then you show how it sprout. Then somebody else do it, like, oh, I'm gonna do this one, and then somebody else might start to show how they, like, we know that they're Black farmers and there's certain pages for these things, but the more that the economy is got us in a chokehold, more people are showing how to live in this economy, whereas though it's not hurting your pockets that deep. That's one thing. So if it becomes a trend, yes, people will do it. Or some people might, oh, that's all we gotta do is just do X, Y, and Z. And then especially if the person, whoever doing it, is attractive or got a little whatever, yeah, it can.
Yeah, it also there's a I've been looking into doing research on how to get land for a minimal amount of money. There's sites out there that people don't know about, or they haven't been educated on. I've been doing my research on that. I want to get a plot of land. I want to build, put one side of it with, fruits, vegetables, whatever. And the other side, I admit, I'm going to build weed, put weed on it, put reef on it. Because what people don't realize that marijuana was legal at one point. Okay. For those who, it's not always been illegal to have marijuana. It was due to Henry. I think it was. Yeah, it was. I forgot the fella's name. He owned the newspapers back in the day. Back in the 20s, and he complained that hemp was destroying the timber industry, because hemp was so, it was used for so many different things other than, smoking it. You could build rope, you could use hemp for rope, for everything. I think it's Rockefeller. I can't remember his name. I can't remember that fella's name. But he owned newspapers. Yeah, there you go. William Randolph Hearst. Thank you, Paul. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. William Randolph Hearst. And he came up with legislation to outlaw the hemp plant. Mm. And it went through, and that knocked out THC. They knocked out the THC. That knocked out the marijuana plant, and that's why they was criminalizing that plant. Now it's starting to come back towards, it's not that harmful. Weed isn't harmful. It's not.
But listen, we got a community garden around here, and the communities that they building up, they are putting the gardens back. Well, I grew up That's why I was saying, like, even though we live in the inner city, I did grow up in the city, not like necessarily like deep in the city, like more so like on the county line. And then we always had like the big community gardens in the like in the neighborhood. It was always one. We got one around here by where I live, and I know that as they building up, like how they are rebuilding Baltimore, they are putting these community garden spaces for people. Now, it's not free where you can't just go, like it's more donations. And I see people like in the outskirts of Maryland where they put like the eggs in the thing or like some of their vegetables and stuff, and they put it in a box. You just go in and put the donation. I see that happen in other states too. So like people will do it. You know, we are doing those types of things, but man, it's just that everything costs, nothing is free. Like it's like it's like even if you do it, like people gotta understand, like it is like you can't expect to, like, I can see if you're having a hardship and you need to come, but don't just come and take, because these people gotta put the seeds back. You feel me? You feel me? They gotta replant the stuff. You know, it's about take. If you can't donate money, come and put in time. You know, come and weed and things.
Make it reciprocal. Make it reciprocal. You know?
Yeah, it's about community. That's the thing. The community is like kind of depleting. Everybody like what you said about college. That's what I meant to say. The community became gatekeepers. Everybody became stopped sharing stuff and working together, and even something as simple as keeping the community together. Everybody start pointing fingers at each other to say who doing this and who did that. Oh, it's about race, it's about man, it's about woman, it's about who's superior, who this, who that. And it's never about like getting united and, you know, solving some problems. And that's the thing. That's what the outside of the country look at on the inside, because everybody got their own stuff, but a lot of those places that we know, the country been lying, our leaders been lying to us about, telling us they've been living in poverty, they've been this, they've been that, and we still over here letting them down. The veil is gone and all that. We know the truth about some things, and now they're destroying us, and we allowing it.
Yep.
We keep falling into the trap. We more so worried about, you know, stupid stuff, like oh bull crap.
Yeah,
Stupid stuff. We've been so distracted about this UFC fight at the White House that
what UFC fight?
They ain't did
that. You didn't hear about that?
He was supposed to have the UFC. He was going to host his birthday party. And girl, you didn't see the pictures. You haven't seen the pictures. Of
he put a UFC cage.
I've been under the influence all week.
All right.
Yeah, so let's just talk about that.
He
real
put
quick.
a UFC cage on the lawn. I think it was. I don't know what.
With the seats for fans to sit in. So how safe is that? You feel me? At this time in this country, with I don't even know how we got to talk about him because I can't stand that man. Go back
to the farming, the growing fruits and veggies. Because I know, like for like my family, we already talked about that for us, like me, my kids. Because like I said, my daughter is great with like the flowers and all of that stuff, and she's starting to do her own thing. So that's something that we were going to say. Because I'm like, I got this stuff outside that I can put some stuff in and see what happened. But I also I'm gonna research like what's the best season like to start, because some things you can plant first, and then when the next season start or whatever, it'll spring right up. So just to look into things like that, educate myself more on that. But I think
just send me the plant, friend. I'm gonna check my Sun game and tell you which one's the plant.
And I'm a Wednesday when we come on, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was talking about that I saw on Amazon. It's this thing where you can house in your house. You can get different sizes, and that you can do like different herbs and different spices and berries and stuff like that. I can't think of the name of it though, but that's also another thing. I'm just thinking like, I think we should really like start putting things out into the atmosphere and into our environment about what can we do as far as to make this better, because we got data centers coming. The economy is so jacked up with everything going. We really need to have conversations about how we can do things better as a community to make things a little bit easier on ourselves, because nobody's having those conversations. We can be angry, we can be mad, but what can we do instead of being angry and mad? Let's turn this into something productive and turn it into something where we can put nuggets out there for the communities and for people and their families to be better. Because truthfully, a lot of these foods, it don't even taste the same. It's factory made, so we be better off. At least we know what we put into our bodies.
Yeah,
Because we grew
like I tell people all the time,
it.
like when you eat fast food, like Chick-fil-A, yeah, it's delicious, but look at what the chemicals that they put into it. There's a lot of MSG in it. There's a lot of chemicals that make you addicted to that particular food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And hell, I look at chicken now. Chicken don't even look the same. Chicken, when you cook it, it's stringy. I'm like, I've never seen chicken this stringy before.
Not the we had a watermelon, like we just cut a watermelon.
Laboratory grown stuff.
No, we had just cut a watermelon the other day. Hold on, real quick, Paul. We had cut a watermelon. What was it? Day before yesterday. My son cut up the watermelon, nice size watermelon, and this is like the third one that we had. I don't know if it's just here, or maybe the ones that we had. It's no black seeds in it.
Yeah, remember, that's because it's GMO. That's a GMO watermelon. That's GMO.
They got homosexual watermelons.
Yeah, that's a GMO watermelon. Those watermelons, you don't want those. I think if you look at, if I remember correctly, when like in my younger years,
I haven't seen black seeds in a long time.
Right, truthfully. Because they're trying to get rid of it. It's GMO. Well, there's, when you look at the numbering system on the like the packaging, like you got to pay attention to the numeric system. It may like 5241, and 5241 may mean seedless watermelons. Even if it says it right there on the thing, don't buy it. You want to buy the actual watermelon that has seeds in it. Now, you can't go around in the supermarket and cut it open and be like, oh, yeah, it's got seeds in it, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it.
No, they got seeds. It's just I have not seen a, matter of fact, it's been over a year that I have not seen a watermelon here with black seeds.
Yeah.
They had like the I don't want to say white because they're not actually white. They have seeds in it, but they're not. Remember, you see the black seeds in your watermelon, and you might have had something like the little lighter ones. Yeah, like smaller. But I have not seen a watermelon with black seeds in a minute.
Yeah, because those are GMO. That's GMO watermelon.
We got some down here. You want me to send you one?
Yeah, I prefer black seeds because I feel like it's real. Yeah. I don't feel like it's because that's the first thing I said. I said, where's the seeds? And they're like, Mom, the seeds right there. I'm like, no, the seeds, like y'all don't even know the seeds supposed to be black.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what the original watermelon looked like? It did not look like the watermelon that we used to. It was more like, I think it was like a white color on the inside and less red. Or something like all the fruits and vegetables pretty much like have been modified and evolved over time to fit. Remember y'all ever, all us from around like up in here where you took a trip to Hershey as a kid? Did y'all ever go to Hershey as a kid? And they took you in that chocolate room and they told you taste that piece of what is that coconut? That is just horrible, but they was using that. We can't do that.
It's very bitter. Coconut's very bitter.
It is. It's nasty, but everything, and then they modified it. They helped it evolve over time to taste, break it down and do things, But with fruit, they modify, they grow, they they use different seeds and cut it with this and change this to that. Like I had watched one of them things. Y'all know me. I don't be remembering all the facts, but I be remembering the important things. I just know that it didn't look like that at first, and then now it looked like this, and then now they didn't change it again.
Like with apples,
When I
even
was
with
a kid,
apples.
when I was a kid, watermelons had those hard black seeds in them.
Yes.
Hard dark black seeds. And when
Yes.
you cut them watermelons open, you see them seeds all in throughout the
Yep.
watermelon.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
You could plant them.
And and those
Yeah.
seeds, you be able to split those seeds. Those seeds they got in the watermelon now be some of those soft seeds. That ain't really seeds. Those are near seeds, like the near
And the
weed and near
watermelon not
bill.
sweet. The watermelon
Just like-
with the black seeds was sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
These watermelons not really that sweet.
Yeah, even with apples, because for those who don't know, like apple seeds, right?
Mhm.
Apple seeds contain a small amount of cyanide. People don't know that.
That's when it turn dark when you bite
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if you really wanted to get into toxicology and poisons, and like I know people that like I know how to poison somebody, and I'm like, I don't want to know.
I don't
'Cause
want
you
that.
you about to criminalize, you about to get me involved in criminal activity, and I don't need to be involved in that because I'm a reputable citizen of the community. Okay. But yeah, apple seeds, they contain a small amount of cyanide. If you gather enough of them and crush them, you can sprinkle them into whatever if you want to get rid of somebody. And I'm not saying that
Here like that. You know,
I'm just saying. I know it's gonna be some people that's gonna research this, and because even
we do not promote violence. We do not promote none of that.
we don't promote violence, but even with the spiders, right? Daddy long legs.
We don't promote
The
violence,
daddy
but
long
even with the
legs.
spiders.
Even with the spiders, daddy long legs, right?
Mhm.
You gather up enough of them, you crush them, then you have an actual poison there, and people don't realize that. I do research on all types of things and figure all this stuff out, and I was like, wow.
You know
Okay.
what's funny? You mentioned that because I was in here with my grandson yesterday, right?
Mhm.
And so my son went out. So we're here. So my grandson has moments where he just started talking to me. So he like, he said, you know what dangerous animals I like? I was like, okay. So he went into the spiders. So he said the real big ones. And then I said, which one? So he know the name and stuff. So I said, what, the tarantula? He said, nah. I said, what? He said, the black widow. I said, that's why you get ready to stay to yourself. We're gonna do different things with you. And then he likes that one, and he likes the then he was like, you know what snake I like? Are you scared of snakes, Gigi? I'm like, yes, I am. We're not getting a snake. It's not gonna happen. And he was like, no, 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 no. This snake you can't have. He said, you know the ones with the hood, the king cobra. I had told my son, I said, we're gonna have to sit him down. He like
No,
everything.
does he know? Does he know what can kill a king cobra?
Yes. See, the thing about him, he's very inquisitive, and he's what 5, 6, something like that. One of them. God forgive me for not knowing. But so anyway, but he's like even down to dinosaurs. He can tell you every dinosaur what they eat, their habitat, like everything. When he's into something, he does it even down to like Transformers. So
Right.
he'll tell you like where the spiders are. He'll like, you don't have to worry about it. We wouldn't see them here. He'll tell you like well, where they live at then. He'll break down everything. What kind of, if they venomous, non-venomous. He know all the different breeds. It's amazing. I told him we gotta get his IQ test done because he knows stuff that I don't know. Because
Yeah.
I always like, you mean the one that with the things that come out? He like the hood. You mean the hood?
Yeah. There's a snake that's even more deadlier than the king cobra.
The python, because he like the python too.
Not the python. Pythons don't bite. They squeeze. They restrict. They're constrictors. Pythons are constrictors. They
Is
choke.
a boa constrictor and a python the same?
No. But no, pythons are a lot larger. Anacondas are the biggest ones out of that constrictor group.
Mhm.
But there was a snake. I know I forgot there's an island.
Yeah.
You know
Full
what I'm
of
talking
snakes.
about? I think
It's
yeah,
forbidden.
golden lance viper. It's a golden lance viper.
I heard
Golden
that.
lance.
Is
Yeah.
it like an island or like a rainforest? Because it's a rainforest like that
No,
too,
it's an
right?
island full of
Yeah, it's an
snakes,
island.
and it's forbidden.
Snake Island.
I
They call it Snake Island. I think it's off the coast of South America, if I'm not mistaken.
And people
yeah,
go there.
Snake Island.
No, you
I
can't
want to
go there.
know.
No, it's forbidden.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to know who is it that said that was the deadliest snake. Who made it back to tell the tale?
Right.
How did they decide that this was the
Yeah,
snake?
because
that was the
It's in
have-
Brazil.
Yeah.
Who did it?
The golden lance viper. It's the golden lance viper. Because they say that one drop of that venom can fit on a pinhead, right? And we all already know how small a pinhead is. It could kill like 1,000 people. That one drop can kill 1,000 people.
and what is this?
The golden lance
That's
viper.
the golden lance viper, and it's on that snake. It's on that Snake Island that's forbidden for anybody to
Yeah.
what you call it, trespass on.
Yeah,
It's
and
forbidden.
and for those who are adventurous enough to want to go to an island where human beings are forbidden, go to the Central Island.
Please don't.
Yeah, I seen those snakes.
Leave them North Sentinelese alone.
Because Q gonna get everybody hurt. Q, we told you we do not promote violence. You
I'm
gonna
not
tell
promoting violence. I'm just making awareness. I'm just bringing awareness because see, a lot of people, they aren't aware of these things. Me, I have YouTube on all the time because I go to sleep with YouTube, and that's how I figure things. I go to sleep and I'm still listening while I'm sleeping, right? And I'm like, wow, the golden lance viper. I gotta look that up. Or like something about my thing is for the past 2 weeks, I've been about relationships, in which we need to talk about because that's
Wednesday, because I have a perfect topic that came to my
Okay.
inbox and my DM. I just gotta put it all together. So send me what you got, because Wednesday relationships is on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because and I'm trying to find out why things are the way they are. Why we aren't communicating effectively, why men are going their own way, and why, how are women handling this loneliness epidemic?
Well, one, I think as far as communication, I think a lot of people in the more recent today's society lack social skills because people don't socialize the way that we used to, because everybody's on everybody's either online or people prefer to do he don't read the word, or people prefer to like do text versus talk. People don't know how to socialize. People don't know how to hold conversations anymore. And it's just like, and when you do try to talk to people, sometimes, and I think it's not a female thing or a male thing, it's a people thing. When people don't know how to have conversation, everything becomes a debate or everything is defensive instead of just having a conversation. So I think a lot of it is technology, and once that the actual social piece came out of it, and people you didn't have to be who you are, so to speak. Like before, like social media and all of that stuff came, you had to have a personality of your own.
Yeah.
You could adapt to somebody else's. And a lot of people are trying to emulate what they see instead of being themselves. That's number one, and why people can't socialize, because nobody has their own identity anymore, because everybody's trying to fit a certain narrative or a certain thing.
Images.
yourself.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird out here, right? And I think that's part of the reason why I'm not keen on meeting too many people, because it's like everybody's fake to me. It's like,
Okay, you
even,
don't like nobody.
huh?
You don't
I
like.
don't. You're right. I don't because I like very few people. Very few people. I love all you guys. Okay, but outside of this, it's very few people that I mingle with.
Right.
Very few, because I'm sort of a private person, as you know. I don't like putting my business out. You know how some people like take selfies every day,
Yeah.
every single day. They take like 8 selfies a day. I'm like, who are you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to? You forget what you're going to look like 20 minutes ago? What's going on here? No, and taking pictures of your food. Who cares? Oh, I'm eating porterhouse steak. Nobody gives a crap. No one cares. No one cares. Okay? You eat the same thing that we're eating. Food.
And it could be promo.
It doesn't matter.
That you made.
Who's cooking that food? Who's cooking that food? Who's cooking
Right,
that? I want
right.
to cook that.
And this is what I tell people, especially about them OnlyFans people, right?
Everybody wants to be an influencer.
They fall in love with the image in front of them. I said, it ain't about the image that's in front of you. It's the person behind that camera you need to worry about. The person that's taking the picture. Because the person in front of the camera, unless they have a timer on their phone or their camera, or they have the little clicker, they aren't taking that picture. It's somebody behind that camera that they're with, but they're not telling people that they're with that person. So they're being deceptive. They're deceiving people. They're lying. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. I'm literally sick of it.
Okay.
There's deceitful people.
All right, we got 5 more minutes. Anybody got anything? Jude. I just keep seeing your eyes look up.
Oh no, because I'm sorry. I was in the middle. I was doing something while y'all was talking. But
what about your president?
My what?
No, what happened about Coco's president? Didn't you want to talk about him?
Yeah.
No, I did not. We had this conversation before we came on.
Yeah, I did want to talk about him because I'm sick of that man. Every time we turn around, oh yeah, what was you saying? Did you say that he canceled his birthday party? So is they going? So they destroyed the front lawn for nothing? Like the
They gonna build the fight arena out there, ain't they?
Yeah, the UFC
but that was supposed to be part of his birthday celebration. That's what they were saying. Wasn't that part?
The musical acts have canceled, except Vanilla Ice and
Well, because they keep Secret Service keep getting in the people.
What's that?
I think it's probably more of a safety thing.
Well, Vanilla Ice said he doesn't care. He's like, if it was Putin, he'd perform too, because he thought, he in it for the money. He's in it for the money.
Who in it for the money?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Rob Van Winkle. Rob Van Winkle. That's what his real name is.
Yeah. He never recovered at the spirit threatening.
We can't hear you, Paul. You sound muffled. Say that again.
I mean, he needed ice, baby. But anyway,
no, he don't really need the money. He really don't need the money. Because he has a successful restoration company.
Wait a minute, one second.
Down in Florida.
I'm trying to hear Paul. Sounding
I didn't know that. Thank you for
telling. I don't know why my speaker's not working. Can you hear me now?
Better now. Whatever you did, stay that way. Okay, what you saying?
Okay, I said he was never the same after Suge threatened him. his whole life had been rearranged. He stopped being the hot white rapper and dancer and disappeared. So yeah, he need to get paid. He said, "I'm coming back to get paid." So
Yeah, 'cause
I
he was
come
like
to
him.
for you, buddy. But now he's gonna be just as broke as he was before because it's been canceled. So I mean, him and old Kid Rock, that was their time to get the shine on. But things happen for a reason in a season, and the
You know,
reason
money
is they're not
money is
gonna
the
have
root of
it.
all evil.
Yeah,
Money is the root of all evil, and they was willing to sell their soul to to he not even the devil. That's Mazikeen. That's before you that's the before you get to the devil. The devil ain't even getting the seat yet. But
he Hachikuri. He
yeah,
Hachikuri.
man. Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
so they still haven't. So Coco, what you did not know was that he is having a UFC match on the front lawn of the White House. While they have success, they are building up the UFC ring with fans going to be able to be there too. It's like a few seats and all that, but the east wing is the ballroom is still in demolition building mode, so it's all a mess. It's all a mess. It looked like the hood.
And they talked about Obama throwing a cookout when he got freaking when he went office. And remember all the memes talking about how he was going to turn it into the neighborhood picnic and
You
barbecue.
know what it looked
I'd
like?
rather have a cookout than see what he doing.
It looked like when them people come into them communities and take over and do things, and then they realize this ain't really what I want to do, and then leave it the way they destroyed it. Because that's what it looked like. It looked like history repeating itself all over again, just doing L time instead of it being communities. Instead of it being, like them knocking down whole neighborhoods, and stuff like that, and in the communities, because it's not even just like the urban communities, like in your states, they ain't coming through and tearing down your trees and stuff. Well, he doing that in front of the whole country face at the White House. He is coming in while everybody talk about gentrification. He is in demolition.
So is that why his cognitive has been in question because of all of these impulsive ideas and things?
Send you this picture, girl. It just looks horrible. And it's crazy because in my younger years of living, my 20-something years of being here on this earth, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life.
Well, you got to realize also Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan has something to do with this as well because, he's MAGA and he's a huge Trump supporter and he's, a huge UFC
Rogan played a 50 though, a lot of times. Joe Rogan plays a 50 a lot of times.
Yeah, he does.
There was a time where he was not in support of a lot of stuff. Well, he was on his platform. It's like he back and forth. He wishy-washy.
Right.
He's a flipper.
Right, he's a flip. He's a flip-flop. But he that whole MAGA movement, and I laugh at them because they all about, they're trying to prove how masculine they are, right? And it's like the dude that always brags about his penis size. That dude's bragging to everybody. Yeah, I got the biggest penis in the world, and then the girl exposes him. Like I like how Diddy was. Come to find out, Diddy got shrimp. He got Red Lobster shrimp.
We don't know that for sure. And hear me out. Because women, and I'm gonna say this because I'm a woman. How many times you feel a female, a woman be so in love with somebody, right? He the best thing since sliced bread. Soon as y'all break up or you find out he's cheating, the first thing you want to say is his little wee little. So it was little when you was doing what you was doing with it for the time you was doing with it and you was loving on it. Now, Jude know me. Now it's one thing if I'm like friend. I'm gonna tell you out the gate, but I'm not gonna wait and act like this was everything, and you had me out here hooping and hollering and screaming and bent over backwards and folded like a pretzel. But then as soon as I'm mad at you, that's the first thing I'm gonna put out there on you. I don't believe it.
I don't never have that problem though. I never have that problem.
Yeah, because if you hooting and hollering and all that, and old Vienna sausage up in there,
even when they break up with me,
Vienna
even when a woman break up with me, she be like, yeah, he gets busy. He got that wop with him. He got that dial with him. You know what I'm saying?
They never said that about me.
Yeah, because I mean, we're gonna talk about it more Wednesday, because some things about this, and a lot of times just because somebody just, it ain't even about that. It's a lot of people with some big ones that don't know what they doing either, and it's trash. If it's
life is just
they don't know how to use it.
full of surprises.
Talk about bananas and eggplants and stuff.
no, we don't talk about relationships, but I think that might come up because we all know how
brother.
That's the problem with especially with social media thing. Especially with the social media thing, because everybody is out to prove things, right? People want to prove that they got this, they got that, and they want to show the world they got this, they got that.
Well, speaking of showing the world,
I don't think it's more.
We gotta go.
Gotta go, yeah.
Kevin said this. I don't think some people, everybody want to prove anything. Some people just like showing stuff, you know. Some people like showing their accomplishments. I ain't one. I be forgetting to take pictures. I am one that will have an outfit and be like, dang.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't. People ask me how come I never take selfies, right? And I said, they're like, we never ever see your face. I was like, there's a reason why you don't. And
because it ain't no room for the wicked side.
On that note, we will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you, David. Thank you, Big Bosco from Big Bosco Productions. Big Bosco from the Bronx. Shout out to Melvin. He was in the building. Daytrick Brackett, J-Bear, always not paying attention and not reading the room. If anybody else, if I missed you, I do apologize. We thank everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys Wednesday. We will be discussing everything about relationships. So we haven't done one of those in a while, so it should be fun. So thank you again. We love you guys. Good night.
Peace in a minute.